Good day, Las Vegas, and welcome back to Vegas Vibes, giving you a peek at what's groovin' and brewin' in the music, pageantry, live production, and fascinating scenes in the city that never sleeps. And I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla Gold. The rise in COVID cases recently brought down the food, gaming, and live entertainment customers to 25% of the usual occupancy of business, but thank God Las Vegas is not on total lockdown now, and that it will never happen again. It is, however, disheartening to know someone you personally know pass on or ER bound on a weekly basis. The good news is that this week, we expect the first batch of vaccines to roll out. People, the beginning of the end of this long nightmare commences. Thank God, as we transition to a COVID-free environment, let's continue to be safe by wearing a mask whenever you come to Vegas. That way, you're also keeping others safe, especially when you're in a public place. Las Vegas boasts of the best and the biggest resorts in the globe, and the best entertainment money can buy in the world is found right here in this great city. It's bursting in the scenes with creative juices, and those mega live productions are slowly but surely rolling out. And if everyone strictly follows all mitigation efforts to curb the spread of the virus, we contribute to keeping these stores open. When we come back, I'll give you a heads up on how Vegas bids farewell to 2020.
The best entertainment, the widest coverage, the fastest speed, only through Asian Network. Call now for huge standalone and bundle savings at
Thanks for staying with me. I would like to thank the avid viewers of Vegas Vibes on ACTV, Vegas Live TV, WCTV, and BingeNetworks.tv. Especially those watching on my favorite devices, Roku, Kodi, and Amazon Fire TV. And of course, in my very own website, VegasVibes.us. Please continue to support my show and tell your friends to like Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Most cities in the world will celebrate the Christmas and New Year's holiday like never before due to the pandemic. However, in Vegas, the experience could still be amazingly fantastic. Even a free garden stroll is thematic and uplifting. Following a year fraught with stress, unrest, and a pandemic, there is one thing most people will agree they want for the holidays: hope. Artists at the Bellagio Conservatory and Botanical Garden have used flower seeds and botanicals to create hopeful holidays. The 1,400,000 square foot peaceful display, which opened recently, features a red brick carpet flanked by towering white horses that leads visitors into a winter holiday landscape. The extravagant holiday invites visitors to explore the majestic imaginary world of Her Majesty Queen Bellissima. Decked in a holiday-themed botanical elements, the conservatory features a 42-foot-tall silver-tipped fir tree sparkling with thousands of lights, a beautiful oversized ornamental egg, 4 majestic horses pulling a lavishly decorated carriage, and bustling elves preparing the Queen's quarters for the season. Our amazing horticulture and facilities teams at Bellagio work tirelessly to create and bring to life 5 themed displays throughout the year, said Ed Libby, who designed the display. For our final display of 2020, we wanted to deliver a sense of joy and beauty to every person who visits, hoping each guest heads home with a beautiful new memory to share with loved ones as we head into a promising new year. The tree is crowned with a new Swarovski crystal tree topper, while a playful 5-car toy train circles the base of the tree. The Ice Queen's couture-inspired gown is trimmed in fresh everlasting roses and crystals. Accompanying her is a family of Coca-Cola polar bears. In the North Garden, guests will find an ornamental egg set in a fountain of flowing water and surrounded by a bed of pancetta flowers. The egg's jewel-encrusted doors are open, revealing a pair of red cardinals set in a snowy winter scene. Bellagio's Conservatory and Botanical Gardens is complimentary to the public and is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hopeful holidays will be on display through January 9th. For those who relish the techier and more upbeat atmosphere, Area 15 brings the jolly holidays into a new psychedelic universe with their first winter spectacular. This offbeat event space has two different experiences to enjoy. The first explores a tree-lined village that meanders through a path of igloos decked out in festive vignettes, as well as an intergalactic art slate for photos, specialty pop art retailers, and plenty of food and beverage options to enjoy on their outer patio. The other artistic wonder is a 30-minute sound and light exhibition that takes viewers on a journey across the globe to celebrate the themes of the holiday. Catch and enjoy Area 15's Wonderland now until January 3rd, and you can purchase tickets on their website. But if holiday suites are your favorite part of the season, you'll want to head out over to Aria Resort and take a look at their new Winter Wonderland display that features a massive, custom-designed sugar palace. This candid castle creation is constructed from over 4,000 pounds of sugar, with the final product weighing in at about 1 ton. The exhibit also has plenty of tasty treats and warm beverages that you can enjoy in their decked-out, socially distant seating area. Ours are from 12 noon to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 12 noon to 10 p.m. Friday through Sunday. Las Vegas bids farewell to 2020 and welcomes 2021 in two major areas: the Strip, this long stretch of world-class resorts on Las Vegas Boulevard, which is closed for vehicular traffic usually at 6 p.m. on December 31st, and the Downtown District Fremont Street Experience, a cluster of Old Town downtown Las Vegas hotels connected by a technologically advanced roof that converts into a huge audio-visual monitor. Both the Strip and the Fremont Street Experience offer fireworks and musical shows, but noteworthy to mention are the Plaza Hotel fireworks show at the Fremont Street Experience and the Venetian New Year's Eve cocktail packages. At the Plaza's annual fireworks show, the hotel offers a multiple viewing areas of their explosive extravaganza, including a special hotel package that gives guests access to the VIP pool deck for ringing in the new year. At the Venetian, you can pop the champagne for a high-class night to help bring in the new year. Their table reservation at your choice of the Dorsey, Electra Cocktail Club, or the Rosina Cocktail Lounge offer top-shelf liquor like Perrier-Jouet Champagne, Patron Silver Tequila, and Grey Goose Vodka, along with the perfect atmosphere to start 2021 off right. Now, once again, everyone is encouraged to strictly follow the mitigation efforts of the Nevada state as well as the venues you'll be visiting in Vegas to make your stay safe and enjoyable. Before we end this segment, here's a reminder that surprise gifts await you when you email me questions, suggestions, or even a cool story you'd like to share with me and our hundreds of thousands of monthly viewers on ACTV, Vegas Live TV, WCTV, and BingeNetworks.tv, especially those watching on my favorite devices, Roku, Kodi, and Amazon Fire TV, and of course in my very own website, VegasVibes.us. When Vegas Vibes returns, I'll be interviewing someone very special. I'll be right back before you know it, so please stay there. Welcome back to Vegas Vibes. On Vegas Vibes, I feature amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas a unique global brand. And on that note, here with us today is the best-selling writer, award-winning speaker, comedian, actor, film producer, and the co-founder of the Las Vegas chapter of the prestigious Horror Writers Association. I am very proud to introduce the multifaceted and very talented Tim Chismar.
Yes! The Horror Writers Association. Scary movies, scary books. Yes.
But for some reason, you don't scare me. And I love that.
Did you said I don't scare you?
You don't scare me at
I have
all.
to try harder?
Yes.
Now I have to stalk you. Tonight when you go home, I'll be outside your window. We'll see if I scare you then.
Now I'm scared.
There you go. Now we've got it.
But first of all, I would like to thank you for being here, for being our guest. It's not every day that we get to interview a Hollywood celebrity.
Aw.
So thank you for being here. On
Well, thanks. It was great to be here. Thanks for having me. That was.
sir, kindly go back to your seat.
Is there?
We're not
is
done
there?
yet.
Is there more?
Yes, we have the whole entire 30 minutes to do the show.
Good. That's all I have to talk about. Because if you went 31 minutes, I would be out of material. Nothing to talk about.
Anything else that you would like to request?
Yes, I need hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Post
coming
haste,
right
if I
up.
could get some hot chocolate, marshmallows. Thank you. This is a pleasure. Esmeralda, I'm a big fan, and I love coming on here and talking with you. So this is a hoot.
Thank you so much. Now I kind of feel nervous because.
Because I don't have hot chocolate?
No, because you're.
You should! I demanded hot chocolate!
I should have put it on the list, but it will. Yeah, we will make one for you, a special one, actually. But please tell us about your humble beginnings and how you have worked your way up to be where you are today.
Sure, happy to. I started off as an egg and a sperm, and they were separated, and then they came together, and then I started off as a baby.
I think
That was my earliest
given.
beginnings.
Yeah, that was given.
Yeah.
So
Now,
let's fast forward.
After
when you
that?
were 8 years old,
Okay.
you had a dream to become a writer, right?
Yes, I did. I actually, both of my parents, Esmeralda, are convicted felons. They both served time in prison. I was
Is
raised.
it part of your book? Is that a horror? Is it part of your horror stories?
I think a part of it comes from it. I mean, it was a rough childhood, and my mother.
Are you really serious?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, I don't know when you're serious or not. Okay.
My uncle is a potato.
But okay. My
No,
niece
now you
was
don't
a
know when I'm being
tomato.
silly. But excellent. That's why we get along so well. So, I both my parents are felons, and my mother raised me and my sister on welfare, which in America means very poor, like, government assisted. My mother dropped out of school in the 10th grade, so she didn't have an education. She had been to jail. She didn't know what to do. And so I was raised with very little direction and opportunity. And so I kind of looked at that and knew that I had to push myself to an extra level if I was going to get anywhere. So, for example, she had dropped out of school in the 10th grade, so I made sure I went and graduated from high school. And anything past the 10th grade, she would encourage me. She meant well, but she would encourage me to drop out of school. She would say, I only went to the 10th grade. You're in the 11th grade now.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing to prove. You could drop out and go get a job. And I would look at her and say, that's why I need to stay in school. So I graduated. I went to college. I got my bachelor's degree, moved to California and sold a screenplay. But those early years were really tough. I mean, little things like not having food, not having a car, not having a phone, not having opportunity to learn things. But all those things drove me to want to live the kind of life that I could later.
I'm glad that you made yourself into something rather than follow your parents' footsteps. If I may ask, what were they convicted of? I'm
Well,
afraid to ask.
it's pretty dark.
Is-
My mother broke into somebody's house, tied him up, and stabbed him until she thought he was dead. That's what happened.
It
And
sounds like a horror movie.
and my father was a drug dealer. He did a lot of drug dealings. So those are the kinds of things. My mother isn't all there. And so as a child, you know how a kid will ask their parents, they'll say, you have a family.
Yes.
Yes. If one of your kids said, there's a monster in my closet, what would you say?
I actually bought him, what do you call that?
A monster?
Catcher. No, a dream catcher to get rid of his nightmares.
Okay, so
Seriously.
right? But see, that's being a good mother. That's being there to comfort them and say that this is going to take away the bad. My mother used to tell us, "Yes, your rooms are haunted. There's demons."
Was it really haunted? Is that where it stemmed from?
She thinks so. She thinks so. So to this day, we would all sleep together. My sister, me, and my mother would sleep in the same room because she said the rooms were haunted with demons and they would get you when you were asleep. So that's one of the reasons why as an adult I gravitated towards scary things, because to me it's not scary. It's comforting. It's the olden days. It's, what was it like when you were 6? oh, my rooms had demons in them. So
So did you really have a personal experience seeing ghosts?
I saw things that as an adult, Esmeralda, I try to tell myself aren't real. But the truth is I don't know, because there were things I saw, but you want to be a rational adult and say, that couldn't have happened. I'll give you an example. I mean, this should air at Halloween. This is becoming more of a scary Halloween show. But one night I got up to use the restroom, and when I was coming back to my bedroom, my sister's dolls were dancing around her bed.
Oh, wow.
And I saw them, and they saw me, and then they all dropped. And I got scared, and I ran to my room and dove under the covers. Now, as an adult, I think back at that, I'm like, it must have been a bad dream. It must have been, a child's imagination. Or,
It could have been true.
yeah.
Could have been real. And is that where your fascination with horror stories?
Yeah.
Is that to write?
But like anybody else, it's only a compartment of what I do. I've done movies with Hallmark Channel, and I've done
Love
children's
stories?
love stories and
Chick
children's
flick?
all kinds of evil monster chicks. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, as a
Still
matter of
horror
fact,
movies?
yeah, I was.
Yes, please tell us about that.
Well, I've done a lot of them, but this is one of my starring roles. I was in Killjoy is a series about evil clowns. And I was in part 4, and the director/writer liked me so much that he made the role larger for the sequel. And so this is part 5. I know you've already seen it. I know you're a big fan. And
Killjoy's Psycho Circus.
yes. And if you
My
look
kind
at
of movie.
of course.
TV series. What did you say? It was a TV series?
It was it was on TV. It was on the El Rey network, but no, it's a movie. It's a movie, and all of them have been movies. I was in part 4 and part 5, but it's the guys who did the Puppet Master movies, Castle Freak. If you're a horror fan, it's a big deal. They've done something like 300 movies.
I used to be, but once I had my son,
Oh,
I stopped because I only wanted positivity.
that's
And I
good.
know he would feel it too if I'm scared or if something's bothering me or if I feel disturbed.
I totally understand, but you know what? That's part of the thrill of a good horror movie. It's not about the evil, it's about overcoming the evil. So it's more like a roller coaster where, you're scared, but at the end you get to get off it.
But they're different elements, so I try not to get in there.
Sure. It's not for
And
everybody.
what was your role in this movie?
I was handy. I was an evil clown who was secretly working for the devil. Now, in the divisions of evil clowns, the lead guy, Killjoy, that's his name, he left hell with his girlfriend and his friend, and they're trying to blend into Earth. He decided he doesn't want to take over Earth. But I secretly am still working for the devil, and we're going to try to take over Earth. And so this big battle happens.
Let's shift to being a stand-up comedian. How
Okay.
did you get to be in that entertainment industry?
Well, I have always been a wackadoo guy, and so I don't necessarily try to come up with hilarious things, but the way I interact with folks has always been at a higher level energy-wise. So I'm more comfortable on stage than I am just talking to some people. It's interesting because so for me it's the right language. I speak a language of comedy. I can be on stage and talk about things in a certain way, and it resonates more with a crowd of 300 people than it would at a party with 20 people. So for me, I looked at stand-up as something I could do.
What's the highlight of your career so far?
Being on Vegas Vibes
Thank you, you're
with
so sweet.
Esmeralda. Don't say her last name. So
I think it's your book. What's
book?
behind you? Yes.
Okay.
Please, let's talk about your book.
Okay.
You don't have to butter me up.
What? You're not toast?
I'm not toast. See, I burned my hand.
So you are toasted.
Yes.
There's toast on your hand.
Yes, I was making a toast and eggs for my son, and I burned my hand from it. Anyway, this is more exciting and interesting.
Do you know?
And
When
Shannon.
it comes to breakfast the next day, do you know what kind of eggs my girlfriends like?
Ira?
Oh yes, I guess. Well,
Look
see,
at-
God dang it. I was doing a bit. I was telling a haha, and then you have to talk real life.
Sorry.
They did that last time I was
Personal
here. Yes, I love Ira. I am engaged to Ira. Fine, let's say Ira. But it doesn't work because
You
she's in the
just broke
Philippines.
everybody's heart now.
All the girls?
All the
And the
girls.
boys? All right. So I recently sold an essay to A Valley of Light and Shadow, Las Vegas Writers on Good and Evil. And what this is, I have books out. We're actually doing a second edition of 3 of my earliest books. They're scary, they're funny, but I've also done inspirational stuff for like Chicken Soup for the Soul. But this in particular, which has to do with Las Vegas,
Yes.
it is volume 11 of the Las Vegas Rights books for the Nevada Humanities. What it is in Las Vegas, no one can hear you dream. It is a book of good people who came to Las Vegas and then went bad, or bad people who came to Las Vegas and went good. And so I have an essay in here, which is delightful.
And where can they find it? If they want a hard copy of your book.
Anywhere that books are sold, really. Amazon, any bookstores. You know, bookstores are becoming an endangered animal now. It's harder to
And
find.
also at the Tim Spooky Ninja Kitty line of books, right?
Yes. Spooky Ninja Kitty is my scary line. For the more inspirational, we do Club Serenity, but SpookyNinjaKitty.com is a good place to find that stuff out. And then if you're interested in my big fat stupid head, and I do coaching, so I work with people who want to work in the entertainment industry or get some things accomplished. It's TimChismar.com. TimChizmar.com.
You are so amazing, and I wish we had more time.
Are we out of time?
Yes, we are.
How is that possible?
We have to do a part 2. But anyway, I would like to ask you, what pieces of advice or words of wisdom would you suggest to anyone, whether writing, comedy, to be at your level?
My level. I stand 5'7". It's not a high level. But specifically, give me a career. What is
Writing?
Writing? Okay.
Or whatever which one
Great.
do you love the most? That you have
everything.
done. Everything.
Everything. But for a writer, I'll tell you 2 things. The first thing is the biggest problem with writers is that they don't get past the first chapter or 2. A lot of writers will continuously rewrite that first chapter, trying to make it perfect. You will never have a perfect novel. And in order to have something to work with, you need to finish it. So you have to force yourself to go through the book and finish it. Then you can go. Writing is rewriting. So if you don't have something to edit and change and adjust and move this over here and cut this character out, then you have nothing. So you have to finish the first draft. That's the most important thing. I know I said I have I have 2 other things. The other thing is the people at home right now, you, hello out there, hi. I want you to think about this or write it down. What is the one thing, and you can think about this too, Esmeralda, what is the one thing you don't want anyone to know about you? Whatever it is, that's what you need to be writing about. Because that's what you have the most emotion, the strongest sense towards. That's what you need to write about. The other thing I would say is my best advice for somebody when it comes to creating suspense for a project. I'll tell you later.
Okay. All right. For now, as we end this interview, lastly, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for being on this show. It's fun.
You're so sweet.
I want to be in the now. The truth is, this is the only thing that matters. I could get hit by a bus leaving here, and
need your
yesterday
life.
is so far away. This is what we have right now. You, me, and shiny boots.
Yes.
That's the moment.
I'm sorry, you can have them.
Give me one, just one shiny boot.
Tim, please, last few words before we end this segment.
Today's episode was brought to you by Shiny Boots. They are beautiful, they are lovely, but Tim can't have one.
Please invite them. Where could they find you?
ShinyBoots.com. You can find me at TimChismar.com. I love working with people who have a dream and a passion, and they're not lazy bones. Or if they are, they're going to let me coach them not to be lazy bones. Thanks.
You're amazing, and thank you again for being on Vegas Vibes.
Okay.
And I wish you continued success.
Thanks, buddy.
And we inspire more people like me. Anyway, catch me again next week as I feature another amazing personality here on Vegas Vibes. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode as much as I did sharing the vibes of Vegas. And time really flies when you're having a grand time. Promise to join me again next week on this same fabulous ACTV channel. And to all our global viewers out there, let me remind you that Las Vegas is not just about the world-renowned Strip or the famous Fremont Street experience in the vibrant downtown district. It has real people, a lot of them musicians, live entertainers, and those involved in the world of pageantry. And to the people here in the Valley who work hard each day to make Las Vegas a global brand. I would like to feature you and your cool story right here on Vegas Vibes, either on the ACTV studios or at your workplace. If you believe that's you, please email me now at vegasvibes1@gmail.com. Before I go, I would like to thank my wardrobe sponsor, Anne Fontaine, located at the Forum Shops of Caesars Palace. Anne Fontaine is now open for business as well. You may call Miss Anna Billings at 702-733-6205 to make an appointment. And finally, my favorite segment, the Vegas Vibes Closet. Yes, it features an intricate selection of health and beauty products which I personally use. And this week I have for you Fenty Beauty Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter Trophy Wife. What it is: a weightless long wear cream powder hybrid highlighter for the face and eyes in a range of shades, from subtle to supercharged, in solos and expertly paired duos. What else you need to know? This long-wearing highlighter was born in a lineup of solos and duos for all skin tones. The cream powder hybrid melts into your skin and blends with almost zero effort. Loaded with superfine shimmer for an ultra smooth, creamy texture and killer radiance. This Fenty Beauty highlighter is your go-to for highlighting your face, eyes, collarbone. Literally anywhere you crave a touch of light. Check it out, ladies. Below is the eBay link if you wish to learn more about it or purchase it without any delay. Search for Vegas Vibes Closet. Follow Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, or check out vegasvibes.us for updates and announcements. Once again, I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla Gold. Thank you for watching. Mwah!
This has been a presentation of VATV.